What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, something. Hit the keys. Here today to bring you guys 8 free plugins that I feel like are super underrated. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. But with no further delay, let's get right to the plugins. Hit the key. All right, guys, so I know I've done a bunch of content around Monster DAW and a lot of their plugins, but they have a whole huge plugin collection suite. And I just wanted to bring them all to one video because basically at the end of the day, a Goose is a good dude. The dude who makes these plugins, he's a good dude. He makes good free plugins for us, does a lot of sampling. And I just feel like they deserve a little more credit. So he has moved all these plugins from monsterdaw.com over to Goose Hardman TV, but there's a bunch of them. So, you know, you get Monster Synth. It's a cool little synth, Monster Strings, Monster Guitar, Monster Bass, Monster Ethnica, Monster Piano, and Monster Drum, along with Monster Vox Santa. Golden Piano is going to be in the Monster Piano, so I'm not going to cover that one necessarily by itself. But let's go ahead and hop over into FL Studio. So I made a little sample beat out of all the plugins, and then I'm going to kind of go through all the plugins. I'm going to do it a little backwards today, but I only use Monster DAW plugins on this beat. I used it for the drums, for the bass, the synths, the strings, everything, piano, etc., etc. So there are no outside effects on any of these sounds, except for there is a side chain on the kick to the 808. But there is no other third-party VSTs at all on any of these sounds. All right, guys, so that's the little sample beat that I cooked up for you guys today. Let's go ahead and hop into Monster Piano first and then go from there. So as we're looking here at Monster Piano is a pretty basic plugin. There are no effects, nothing like that. There's like 10 different pianos in this suite. And some of the pianos, they sound like this. And then I'll go ahead and play that Golden Piano for you too, because it's a separate plugin by itself as well. But I'll go ahead and play this one because it's in the Monster Piano as well. I mean, so again, you get a bunch of different pianos in there. It's free. I would definitely check this one out. I recommend grabbing it. As you can see, I have it in my collection and I do use it often. The next plugin that I want to talk about from this suite, guys, is called Monster Synth. When you open up Monster Synth, it's going to look like this. They just updated the GUI and added a bunch of more presets to this plugin. This new GUI to me looks great. The only problem that I do have with this GUI is that it's not rescalable. So since it's not rescalable, in order to get to everything here on the bottom, I have to detach it. I believe it's like this because FL Studio has all this right here. Like if FL Studio didn't have that, it would sit, you know, it would sit here perfectly fine. That may be something you can change, fix. If not, whatever. It's a small, you know, peanuts to an elephant. But this basically sounds like this. It's got a whole bunch of synth sounds. That's another thing that I absolutely love about this dude, Agoose's plugins, is that he has synthy sounding stuff that's going to sound super synthy. He's got authentic sounding stuff like pianos, guitars, and stuff like that. Like whatever kind of music you're making, you can find a plugin in this suite, which is what I like about it too. But this is the bell that you heard from the beat. So just a wonderful sounding bell to me, you know? But we'll go ahead and check out a few different sounds. We're not going to go through all of them. And again, I've done a review on a lot of this stuff. So you can look it up on my channel and you can get more presets ran through as well. If you have headphones on, you can hear how wild that bell sounds because there's all that movement and all that extra, you know, noises that we're getting, all those extra artifacts that we're getting in there as well. What I love about Monster Synth as well with this update is that they've added distortion, chorus, and delay to all of the sounds. So it just gives the sounds a little bit different sound than what the original Monster Synth had as well. So let's check this preset out. You know, not a bad preset at all. Let's check something else out. Maybe we'll hit some plucks real quick. Yo, that's a fire pluck, you know? A lot of good sounding stuff in here. And then in here, there's, you know, a couple hundred presets. So you look, you see, you get bass presets. You're also going to get bell presets. You're going to get brass presets. You're going to get different hits. You know, so you can get some hits. They're going to sound like fire hit. You know, you get a ton of different leads. So let's just hear what this sounds like on that ARP. So not bad at all. We can go through some more leads if we want. So again, very fire-free synth. Go grab it. I mean, you're gonna get some cool sounds out of it. The third plugin from this suite that I wanna bring to you guys today is called Monster Ethnica. When you open up Monster Ethnica, it might look like this. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I have not updated to the newest version that does have the delay, the distortion, and everything on there. This actually made my top free flute VST plugins this year. Super fire, but it sounds like this. So definitely a nice sounding flute. You got a few different play styles on the flute as well. You know, that sounds pretty dope to me. And then you got random play and it'll randomly play different notes from all the different flutes together. Definitely a nice little feature too. And then it also has another instrument with it as well. I can't necessarily pronounce this, but it does sound nice. And it sounds like this. And then there's a few different play styles of this as well. So if you need a good flute, here's one for you. And up next on this list of free underrated plugins, we have one of my go-to plugins. I use this plugin all the time, no cap. It's called Monster Vox Santa. When you open up Monster Vox Santa, it is going to look like this. This is basically for your vocal voxes, your vocal chops, singing, all that good stuff. But it's cool because it's got beatboxing and it's also got a talk box. And I love the talk box. But this is what some of the different voxes do sound like. You know, so it doesn't sound bad. But they do have a bunch of just different stuff. And I really love this talk box right here. This is one of my favorites. I just love that. I don't know why. I just love that sound. But you just get a bunch of different stuff. You get different kind of singing. So you get different kind of vocal boxes. So they don't all sound the same. They just don't sound bad at all. And then you get beatboxing too, which I absolutely love. There's a few different kinds of beatboxing here. So you get beatboxing and everything like that, pretty cool. Definitely a must-have free plugin in my personal opinion, because again, I use it all the time. If you watch my streams, you'll see this is always the Vox that I go to. Definitely a steal. So the fifth free plugin that I want to talk about from Monster DAW is called Monster Strings. When you take a look at Monster Strings, it is going to look like this. It's just as the name would apply, a plugin full of strings, but who doesn't need strings, right? So some of the strings do sound like this. You know, so some decent sounding strings there. And what's cool is you get strings from all kinds of different stuff. So you get ensemble strings, you get solo strings, and you get synth strings as well. So, you know, if you need some strings, go grab it. And the sixth free plugin that I have for you guys today from Monster DAW is called Monster Guitar. When you open up Monster Guitar, it is going to, well, it's not going to look necessarily like this because this is a different one of the presets. But this one's a little bit different because the play style, you have to play 2 notes at a time in order to play notes. It's just the way that it has to be done. But that's not with every guitar sound. So this is the guitar that I use in the beat. It sounds like this. So then what you'll see here in the play style is that I have the note. So D would be the note, A would be the note, you know, these would be the chords. So it would be a D minor chord, but then these are the play style of the notes, if that makes sense. So when these hit, this is when the actual guitar is playing. So that makes it pretty cool. And then you can do stuff over here where, you know, everything's going to stay on E, but then you can start changing your chords over here as well. Pretty cool feature. With that as well, there is a few different kind of guitars. So you have single note playing guitars, and then you have chord playing guitars. So chord playing guitars are going to be like what I just showed you. And there's a few different kind of chord modes. So, you know, you have like reggae, swank, or skank. I absolutely love that popcorn time. When I did a review on that one, I used that for like a month straight. But as you can see here, there's just some different kinds of chords and different kinds of guitars to play, which makes this cool. You know, super fire. Y'all already know I love me some electric guitar. And then you have like lead modes. So you know, so just an interesting sounding lead guitar. We have another one right here. You know, and then you also have your notes modes right here where it's just going to play single notes for you. And there's a few different sounds in here as well. So. You know, so another one I'd recommend checking out, obviously. All right, guys, and coming in at lucky number 7 today is Monster Bass. If you follow this channel for a while, you know I absolutely love me some monster bass. Monster bass actually has my favorite bass sound that's not an 808 or a sub bass sound, if that makes sense. But this bass right here for me is everything. You know, but super solid basses. You get a few different kind of bass types too. So you get electric bass, you can get some acoustic bass, and you get synth bass. So it's not bad at all. Let's go ahead and just listen to a couple of different basses in here real quick. So let's check out this Shrek one. So as you can see, there are some decent basses. You get everything from some synth basses, electric basses, acoustic basses. If you need some basses, check this out. See if you can fit it in your rotation. And last but not least on this list of underrated plugins today is Monster Drums. So Monster Drums has just got an update as well. It looks like this. There's a whole bunch of different drum kits in this. So when you click on this, you get pop kits, rock kits, metal kits, EDM kits, so on and so forth. Just keep in mind though, with music and anything else, experiment, because sometimes that rock drum might sound good in that hip hop beat. Sometimes that trap drum might sound good in some other kind of beat. So I always recommend experimenting a little bit, but with this, they're all playable pads. So they're all linked down to your, your keyboard or whatever. I'll just go through a few of the kits real quick. I've done a full review on this, and this was actually the first plugin that put Monster DAW on my radar. So let's go ahead and check out a few of these drum kits. And if you don't like the reverb, obviously you can turn it off. So again, it's got a bunch of different little kits. This is one of my favorite kits because you can use this for like your chiptune beats, your old Nintendo sounding beats, all that other stuff. But I like this one a lot too. And it sounds like this. All right, guys, so that's basically what I got for you guys today. I just wanted to basically bring some good free plugins for you guys. I know a lot's going on. I know it's the holiday season. I know right now we're breaking our banks on these Black Friday deals. I know we got Christmas around the corner. We got our rent and all that stuff coming up soon. So I just wanted to put together something that I thought was super nice, that you guys could check out. And again, a Goose is a super good dude. This dude, I told him anytime he makes a plugin, hit me up and I would be more than happy to get him a review or anything like that. Because if you can put the time and the effort into making these free plugins for the producer community, I can put the time and effort into putting a video to put them out there to the people. And the last plugin, I think he was kind of nervous to hit me up. A Goose, I'm telling you this on camera, my guy. Hit me up whenever, dude. You make good stuff and we appreciate you. So make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell. So every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Some, hit the key.